Alright. G'day Luke, my name is Tim. I'll be your personal trainer. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I'm just going to be going through a pre-exercise screening tool, which is essentially just to get an idea of your overall health, make sure there's no major issues, and if there is, we need to get them checked out by a doctor or an allied health professional.
Yep.
Yeah, it's basically just to get a rough idea of where we can start with your training, pretty much. So I'm just going to be asking you some questions about your health and your exercise regime currently, what you're doing, that kind of thing. Does that all sound good to you? You happy to go ahead?
Yep.
Cool. Alright, so first off, what's your full name?
Luke Brown.
Mm-hmm. And your date of birth?
28th of the 4th.
Yep.
95.
And you are male, I assume.
Correct.
Alright, so has your medical practitioner ever told you that you have a heart condition, or have you ever suffered a stroke? Do you ever experience unexplained pains or discomfort in your chest at rest or during physical activity or exercise? Do you ever feel faint, dizzy, or lose balance during physical activity or exercise? Have you ever had an asthma attack requiring immediate medical attention at any time over the last 12 months? No. If you have diabetes type 1 or 2, well, do you have diabetes? No, you do not. Cool. And do you have any other conditions that may require special consideration for your exercise?
I have had I believe it's a ligament in my left knee.
Mm-hmm.
It hurts when I do some squats.
Yeah, okay, no worries. Has it been diagnosed or? No. Okay, so you haven't been to a doctor about it yet?
No.
Okay, yeah, well, what I'll do is I'll refer you to a doctor, just to get it checked out, make sure it's not anything serious. We don't want to make it worse by, exercising and potentially injuring yourself. So we'll just get that checked out before we begin proper training. Now, I'll just get you to tell me about your current physical activity in a typical week. So, how many sessions of exercise would you say you do per week?
Do roughly 4.
4?
Yep.
And so, there's a rating of light, moderate, or vigorous. Light is 40 to 50%. 55, sorry, of your heart rate max, moderate being 55 to 70%, and vigorous is 7 to 90%. What would you say out of that?
Do 2 light sessions.
2 light.
1 moderate and 1 vigorous.
Okay. And what's the duration typically of these sessions?
They can vary from 20 to an hour and a half.
Okay. So would we say an average of an hour maybe, typically?
Yep.
Okay. For each type, light, moderate, and vigorous, or?
Vigorous would probably be around
30 minutes, okay. Cool. So that's 120, and you double the vigorous, so 180 minutes per week. Which means that we should be right to continue with your current intensity levels because you're over 150 minutes a week, so that's good. Now, I'll just get you to double check that your name, date of birth, everything is correct, and if you're happy with everything, just sign at the bottom. And date it as well. Today is the 30th of October.
30th.
Perfect. Thank you, Luke. And now we'll move on to the rest of the assessments. So, I'm just going to go through in a bit more detail, get a couple more details, and work out some goals and that kind of thing on what you want to achieve from the training.
Yep.
Alright, so put you back basic details in. Luke Brown was your full name, yeah.
Correct.
Date of birth, what was that again, sorry?
28th of the 4th.
95. And can I grab a contact number, please?
0422.
Yep.
063.
Yep.
214.
Nice. Now, what's your history of physical activity like? Has it always remained pretty much the same, or has it?
Yeah.
Pretty much the same as what you do now.
Correct.
Okay, so 180 minutes, 4 sessions, and modes. So has it mostly been cardio or strength training, or mostly cardio? Any strength training?
Some.
Some strength training. Okay. And so that's the same as your current 80 minutes, 4 sessions. Around 60 minutes. Modes still mostly cardio, or?
I'd say a little bit more strength.
Okay. Cardio. Strength training. Do you do anything else either? Any sports or anything? Okay. Do you have any preferences for the type of training you prefer to do? Do you prefer strength training? Do you prefer cardio?
Probably prefer cardio.
Okay. And what's your preferred session duration for training generally? Do you like an hour, or do you like? Yeah. 60 minutes. Classic. Alright. On to some goal setting. Alright, so let's put a SMART goal in place. So SMART goals are a good way of keeping track of your goal and making sure it's achievable. So it stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time driven. So do you have a specific goal in mind that you'd like to achieve?
Like to achieve bench 100 kilos.
Bench press 100 kilos.
Yes.
Very nice. And yeah, I'd say that is easily measurable just by the way that you're lifting, really. What do you bench press now? Do you bench press now?
82.
82. So yeah, 100 kilos definitely sounds achievable if you're already lifting that much. Relevance. So presumably your goal is to get stronger. So I assume that that's relevant. Being able to bench more equates to being stronger. And is there a time you would like to achieve that in? Time period?
Yeah, roughly 6 months.
Yeah, 6 months. Well, I think that's definitely achievable. Perfect. Excellent goal.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Luke. Alright, now, just need to fill out a few more things. Need to look at your APS result. to a GP just to check out that knee.
Yep.
So I'll be sending that off today, and they'll get in contact with you. Alright, so step on the scales for me so we can get your weight.
Is it just
Yep, there you go. Just let it work itself out. Cool. 9.9. Right, setting up the wall for me and I'll grab your height. Looks like 183. Alright, Luke, I'm just going to use your weight and height to calculate your BMI. So you are 27, correct?
Yep.
BMI of 27.1. Alright, now, if it's okay with you, I'll get you to stand up and take your waist circumference.
Yep.
I'm going to need to get in close a little bit with you. Is that alright?
That's all good.
Cool. Alright, so I'll just need to feel around to find the right spot. So just find your lower rib. About there. Could you just hold that for me? That spot. Thank you. And take your finger off for me. Thank you. Is the tape measure level? There's no, it's not curled or anything? Cool. Nice. That's 34. Centimeters. Alright, you can sit down if you like. Alright, just put your hand out for me. I'll just take your resting heart rate. Find it. Alright, just put your hand out for me. I'll just take your resting heart rate. Find it. Just going to take your blood pressure now. Just pop your arm out for me. Find pulse first. Alright, cool, thank you. 110 over about 60. 65. Cool, thank you. Alright, Luke, we're just going to do a simple sit and reach test. Just to test the flexibility of your hamstrings. Yep. So all I get you to do, sit like this with your feet against the rail here. Keep your legs flat against the ground. And just reach as far as you can towards your toes. Doesn't matter if you can't reach them. Just go as far as you can and hold that position, and I'll measure how far away you are from your toes, whether you're touching them or whether you can get past them. You happy to do that? Yep. No worries. Side. Alright, go for it. Yep. So you can get past by, I'd say, 2 centimeters. Nicely done. Alright, we're going to be doing a step test, which is to determine your cardiorespiratory fitness level. So what we're going to do is we're going to set the metronome and a timer for 3 minutes, and I'll put the metronome on now and demonstrate. So all you got to do is step in time with the metronome. So, 2. Keep each step in time with the metronome. You can do each step up with the same leg, or if it's more comfortable, switch legs. It's up to you. Just keep your time. That's all there is to it. And all I'm going to do is take your heart rate before we begin. So your resting heart rate. And then after you finish, we're going to take your heart rate again and put that into a formula to work out your VO2 max. So, you happy to go ahead with that?
Yep.
Alright, you know what you're doing. Alright, just take a seat for me, I'll take your resting heart rate. don't start just yet. Five seconds till we start. 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Down. Halfway there, keep it up. Left. 30 seconds left. Seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a seat for me. Alright, so I'm just going to be doing a push-up test. So all I'm going to get you to do is I'm going to set a timer for 1 minute.
Yep.
And then just see how many push-ups you can do in that time with correct form. So you know how to do a push-up, I'm assuming, but just make sure your hands are level underneath you, feet are together, keep your back straight, just come down to the ground, either touch it or just before you touch it with your chest. Don't dip your back like this, or like go like this, any weird things like that. Just keep it straight down and level. Just do that for a minute. You happy to go ahead with that? Yep. No worries. Cool. Away you go.
Okay, that's it. 46 I counted.
Which is very nice. Good job. Alright, so now we're going to be doing a muscular strength test. So what we're looking for is about a 5 rep max on what you can bench press. So should be pretty warmed up already from the push-up test. So
Yep.
so I'll just demonstrate to you first what we're going to be doing. I'm assuming you've probably done a bench press before, but just grab the bar about shoulder width, and then just bring it down to around the nipple-ish height, slightly lower perhaps, near the sternum, just straight up and down. And what we're going to be doing is progressively upping the weight. We'll be asking you how many reps you think you can do, and then we're going to progressively up the weight until we reach something that you think you'd only get about 5 on. Then we're going to see how you go with that weight and determine your 5 rep max. So what do you think you want to start on?
15 on each side should be good.
Yep, so that'll be about 50 kilos. You comfortable with that weight?
Yep.
Do we have fingers or not? Yeah. Alright. Yep. Comfortable to go ahead?
Yep.
Sweet. So you don't need to do the full set of how many reps you could do, just give it a whirl and see how you feel. Bring it back. How's that feel? How many reps do you think you could do at that weight? Roughly?
Over 10.
Yeah. Alright, cool. So probably go significantly higher then. What do you think?
25.
On either side?
Yep.
Yeah, thanks. Feel about right, or?
Yeah.
What do you think? Was that your max, or do you think you could go
I
higher?
think I'd go slightly higher than that.
Slightly higher?
Yep.
So how many reps do you think you could have done at that weight?
Only maybe a few more.
Yep. Perfect. Sounds like we're pretty close. What do you think you want to add on?
Let's put on an additional 2.5.
Okay. Cool. Go for it. So if you think this is your 5 rep max, then feel free to do as many reps as you can.
Okay.
Nice breathe. Perfect. Nice one. That seems about right, I reckon.
I think that's my 5 rep max.
Yeah, perfect. Cool. So what do we got? 20, 20, 60, 70,